Ah, W3, so...
So yeah, you were in W3.
It must have been one where we've printed, I think.
This looks like a WWOOF New Zealand one, because it's in Nelson.
Could well be. Well,
What year's on these? On those, that one there? What year?
I had a year somewhere, I think. Is it on the front or the back?
Trying to get a good date.
What we did in the office, Lionel, is we've gone back through and got all the covers and framed them.
Yeah, I
from way
recognise
back.
that one, I think.
So.
Oh, the Alternative Communities Directory, yes, that's right.
And that sort of turned
I used to
into
do that as a separate thing. In fact, that was... That and it's accompanying 2 or 3 others. They're probably all in this now.
Yeah, that morphed into that one.
Right. They were what I was doing when I started WWOOF.
Right.
I'd read about WWOOF, I knew of its existence. And, well, I've told the story, I'm thinking, in one of the other articles I've written.
But tell us now, because you want it on video.
Well, I used to buy the Tasmanian printed Organic Growing. I forget its exact title, or it could have been just Organic Growing, but it was a national magazine. And in the letters to the editor at the back one day, I spotted one from a girl from England who'd been woofing. And she said, what a pity I can't go woofing here in Australia. And I knew by that time pretty well all there was to know about woof. I just had enough on my plate. But her sort of approach got me to it, and I wrote straight away to the editor of the magazine and said, as of today we do.
Would that be it?
It could well be Organic Growing.
Because I found this article.
Yeah.
And there's a note from you that says, after this article appeared in October 1980, I contacted the Tas Organic Farming Society, who published this magazine, and I told them I was prepared to get WWOOF started out here, and here we are.
So there you go.
So that
39
would be that
years
article
later.
that actually inspired.
1980, that one.
Yeah, so this is a copy of that article.
1980 or 80?
Yeah, 1980.
All right.
So
I had it in mind it was 83. Oh, no, 83 was when I discovered Mount Merrendale Quark property.
Right. Okay, so at this stage you were still in Boronia. So you were still in Boronia at this point?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, so I found this, and then I saw that, and I went, hang on, that's the same article.
Yes.
So there it is.
So that's my response to them.
Yeah, so this was what inspired you to actually start WWOOF in Australia.
1980.
No, it's not as simple and straightforward as my story puts it.
No.
She wasn't just saying, what a pity I can't go woofing here.
But she ends it with...
She ends it with something like that.
It would be interesting to see if such a scheme could develop successfully within Australia. Tasmania, with the compactness and ease of communication,
and that's actually where the network took off first.
Right.
In Tassie, because of course this magazine would probably be 100% in Tassie, whereas over on the mainland it would only be reaching 10 or 15% of the organic growers.
So what was the next step then? You've obviously committed yourself at that stage.
Well, I started producing these lists.
So you contacted people?
Not those ones, lists like this.
Yep.
Val used to do them at work. She worked in the City of Knox offices in Melbourne. And
they probably had a handy photocopier.
She was actually, well, that was exactly it. She was in charge of the typing pool, and she'd done a photocopy course with the big people that sell and make copiers.
Oh, okay.
Toshiba?
No. Ever Ready? No. It doesn't matter. She did a course with them, and they had a big machine in the just poke it in and press a few buttons, and out came 60 lists, you know.
And you already had lots of lists of your spiritual communities and things that you were compiling.
I already had these, but they were in ordinary A4 size print run-outs from my computer.
Right.
And I used to give them to Val to do some more copies of them when I ran out.
Yep.
They were quite popular in those years. It was surprising. But I suppose, you know, a lot of things were popular in the 80s that are no longer...
So within that first reaching out, how many hosts straight away put their hand up and said, yeah, this would be
About
great?
a half a dozen, the very first...
Yep.
The response to that letter that Traci was reading from. But I'd immediately got onto... because of my networking of all sorts of alternative lifestyle things, I was already signed up as a member of just about every organic society in the country. So I had their addresses. I sent them all, I think, for their newsletter to announce the launching of WWOOF. And the result of that was almost immediately, by the end of the first year, we had 30 or 40, and by the end of the second year, we reached 100, I think.
And they were an annual subscription back then?
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, it was a straight annual subscription for both members and hosts.
Yep. Do you remember the price back then?
I have a feeling it was 20 from the beginning, but I might be wrong. It might have been as low as 10, because it would have been very scrappy to start with.
Yeah.
It would be the end of the first year, it was presentable in terms of size. And yeah, I suspect probably 10. Be round figures for sure. I wouldn't bother with changes and things like that, because I'd found with my listings that people could send me a $5 note far more easily than they could send me a $2 coin.
Exactly. Yeah.